Holy
Booker, come here.
crap.
What? What is it?
Look, you can use the songbird to bring the whole damn thing down. Destroy the siphon.
And that's what you want?
It's the only way we'll find the truth. About my finger,
Boobs.
Comstock, everything.
I don't know if I want to know the whole truth. Take the Whistler. Or should I say the Whistler?
Tear it down. Tear it all down.
The bird or the cage? Okay. Holy shit.
The Whistler! Elizabeth!
That's great. Now I can't control him.
Elizabeth! I lost control! He's coming!
No, he isn't.
Owned!
Where is he? Where is he?
Other time, another place? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's Rapture!
It's okay. It's alright. I'm here. Just let go.
Aww.
There you go. There you go.
Aww.
Elizabeth, I'm sorry.
We're in fucking Rapture.
What is this place? Elizabeth?
It's a doorway. One of many. This way.
What do you mean it's a doorway? Where are you going?
Oh, come on. Yes, it's this way.
What Comstock said about your finger. Is there an answer here? Do you...
Down here.
I'm going down there. We're in fucking Rapture. Holy shit. Oh my god. Never thought I would see this place again.
Over here, Booker.
And there's the little sisters. Wow. That's fucking nuts. Wonder if this is recreated exactly the same as it is in the game. It looks awfully damn familiar. So I'm going to say yes. This is like an exact replica. Rapture, November 5th, 1946. One man's vision, mankind's salvation. Would you kindly kill that son of a bitch? I did. Can I get some plasmids while I'm here? Wow. This is a total trip. Did not expect to be coming back to Rapture.
This is where we have to go.
Why? What is going on? Elizabeth, what do you mean this is a doorway?
I'll have to show you.
Not if I don't get in. Besides, travel is now denied. We're not allowed to use that. Wouldn't wanna piss off the big wigs in charge. Fight a chamber! Oh, how many of you I popped out of in BioShock. Hey, go for a swim. Aw, invisible walls. Wow. Crazy shit. So is this actually gonna tie into the original BioShock? Or are they just like... technically tied in since we're back in
Probably
Rapture.
gonna regret this.
But is it actually gonna tie into the story of the first BioShock?
City at the bottom of the ocean. Ridiculous.
Totally ridiculous, man. What a dipshit thought of that. You know, kind of like a city in the sky. That'd be absolutely frightening to live underwater, though. Like, Oh, dear Lord. Imagine drowning to death. No, thank you. Oh shit, it's the original.
Look at that. Thousands of doors. Opening all at once.
Huh?
My God, they're beautiful.
And stars?
Stars?
It's the original light tower from the first
Come on.
BioShock.
Come on, it's this way. Come on.
What the shit? Yeah, like crash, like right out there. Plane crash. Swam over to this tower. Wow.
Are you going to open it?
It's no good. Damn it. I thought once we were here, I could fully control it. I thought...
What is that?
It's a key.
Where did it come from?
It's always been there. I just couldn't see it.
That's crazy talk. I don't think we should go in there. At least she lets me open the door. Nope, no swimming. Rejected again. Oh, dear Lord, what are we gonna find in here? What the shit?
See? Not stars.
What?
Doors.
Doors to...
To everywhere. All that's left is the choosing.
What? That's crazy.
What are all these lighthouses? Why are we... Who are...
There are a million worlds. All different and all similar. Constants and variables.
What?
There's always a lighthouse. There's always a man. There's always a city.
How do you know this?
I can see them through the doors. You, me, Columbia, sometimes something's different, but yet the same.
Constants and variables.
Yes.
Well, totally speechless. Well, what if I don't want to go in that door? What if I want to go to a different door? Because it looked like I could choose in the path back here. Can I actually choose? I'm going back to find out. Or this path just end up blocked off or something. Can I go this way? I sure can. Wonder if it actually matters. Well, I'm sure as hell not going straight to the door that she was taking me to. I'm going on my own merry way. Wonder if it actually leads to a different place, or if they both lead to the exact same place. Who knows? Maybe I'll look up another playthrough on YouTube and find out. I'm sure somebody went the other way. Whoa.
Look.
It's us.
Not exactly.
What? Oh.
We swim in different oceans but land on the same shore. It always starts with a lighthouse.
I don't understand.
We don't need to. It'll happen all the same.
Why?
Because it does. Because it has. Because it will.
There's so many choices.
They all lead us to the same place. Where it started.
No one tells me where to go.
Booker. You've already been.
So essentially, any choice I make is pointless? What if I just like stood here and shot myself? That would change something, wouldn't it? So basically you're saying everything is already predetermined to happen and nothing I do matters, right? Wow. They actually gonna go in? Yep. And there they go. Alright, I guess we're continuing on our ultimately pointless path toward something. Some sort of conclusion. Is that us again? Yes, yes it is. So I can go that way, or I can go this way, apparently. Well, I prefer left to right, so I'm gonna go left. Yep. But I'm not going in the door. Choose my own path. That's what I'm talking about. Even though I can't go anywhere. Bet you didn't see that coming, did ya? Didn't even follow me around. What an asshole.
Wait a minute. I know this place. I was here. Must have been 20 years ago, right after Wounded Knee. I was looking for...
Come on now, time's a-wasting.
Why were you here?
Are you ready to have your past erased? Are you ready to have your sins cleansed? Are you ready to be born again?
Nope.
Take my hand.
No. No, I don't want to.
But you already did, didn't you?
Yep. Not doing it. Nope. So essentially, no matter how much I struggle against the inevitable, it's gonna happen. Nope. Can't make me. Well, you can, because obviously I'm not gonna stay here forever. But I'll just scooch on right by you. Oh, there we go. Nice. Aww. What a tease. I scooched by him and I still can't escape. Yeah, you don't know where I went, do you? Okay. Guess I don't have much choice.
Are you ready to be born again?
No.
I am.
Do you hate your sins?
No.
I do.
Do you hate your wickedness?
No.
Yes.
Do you want to clean the slate, leave behind all you were before, and be born again in the blood of the Lamb?
Yes.
Nope.
Jesus, wash this man clean. Father, make him
Stop
born
it.
again. Lord,
Stop it. No.
what are you doing?
Yes.
Get off!
Go
Rebel!
through with it.
Think a dunk in the river's gonna change the things I've done? Let's get out of here. Hey, these doors of yours, they're all tears, right? Well, open one up. Open one up to Paris. I want to be shut of all this.
Not until we find Comstock.
Comstock's dead!
No. He was here. This way.
So he's not dead. Of course, apparently there's many people in many different universes, or whatever the hell you want to call them. Lands, tears. So if we kill one, there's just gonna be another one in another place somewhere else.
And what of my debts?
Bring us the girl, and wipe away the debt.
This is the man who hired me to find you.
Really?
Yes. The girl for the debt.
Evil Lutesses. It's a baby. Are you my daughter? I've been hitting on you this whole game. I'm such a dirty pervert.
Wait, no, this is wrong. What is this? There was no baby. I remember. No, there was no baby, and if there was, I sure as hell wouldn't give it over to this guy.
Booker, you don't leave this room until you do.
DeWitt, time is running short. Bring us the girl, and wipe away the debt.
Get out my way, jerk ass. Punch him in the face. I am not giving you the baby. Why are you making me do these terrible things? There, little baby.
Go and wait as long as you want. Eventually you'll give him what he wants.
How do you know all this?
I can see all the doors, and what's behind all the doors. And behind one of them, I see him.
Comstock.
I'm jumping with the baby in my arms. You scared, baby? Really? You can't have my baby, Lutess. Lutechi. Lutzi. Lutisi. Or jerkass, as I like to call you. Got a little something on your face there. It's text. Here you go. Here's your baby, you dirty son of a bitch.
What choice do I have?
The debt's paid. Mr. Comstock washes you of all your sins.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
There was no baby. The deal was I go to Columbia to get you.
Booker, you're bleeding.
No. I remember what I remember.
Now we've upset him.
I don't expect this next bit will do much for his mood.
Come on.
Oh, really? Are they the ones that brought me to the island? Oh, dear
What are we
Lord.
doing? Comstock's dead. We can just go on with our lives. You don't need to...
You mean like Chen Lin? Like Lady Comstock? No. He is alive in a million worlds.
Yep.
It's not over because the Prophet is dead. It will only be over when he never even lived in the first place.
Oh, shit. I am not a baby killer. You can do that on your own, little lady. I am not murdering any babies. Although I totally will, because he's evil and needs to die. Like, you know, go back in time. Excuse me. Go back in time, murder Hitler when he's a baby. Totally. Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. This is your last chance.
Hey. Hey, the deal's off, you hear me?
Unstable.
The deal is off! Give her back! Give her back!
Fine, are you mad?
No, you will not get caught in between. Come!
It is uncomfortable enough as it is!
Give her back, you son of a bitch!
It's ready. Go!
No! No, no, no!
Shut down the machine!
No!
Shut it
Anna!
down! Shut down the
Anna!
machine! Now do it!
Give me back my daughter! No!
Oh, shit. That's how her finger got cut off.
Anna! No. No. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anna, I'm sorry.
Wow. Guess I'll go ahead and drink myself to death now. No point in going on.
She's gone, Booker. Anna's gone. You shared this room with your regret for almost 20 years. Until one day, a man came to you and offered offered you a chance at redemption. A chance for us to be together.
Anna. So sorry, Anna.
You suppose he branded himself as some sort of penance?
I should have.
Don't see the point. What's done is done. What's done will be done. I suppose the brand is his hair shirt, as he is ours.
Wipe away the debt. Bring us the girl. Wipe away the debt.
See?
Bring us the girl.
He's starting to put his story together.
Wipe away
You're quite fond of this
the
theory of
girl.
yours.
He's manufacturing new memories from his old ones.
Well,
Wipe away
the brain adapts.
I should know.
Bring us
I
the girl.
lived it.
Wipe.
Booker, wake up. Booker, wake up. This is where it started.
I sold you. I sold you.
To your credit, you did try to weasel out of the deal.
This is all Comstock's fault. What if I went back? Killed him before he did any of this?
Things get set in motion.
How would one know how far back to go?
That's the only way to do it. Go back to when he was born, and I'll smother the son of a bitch in his crib.
It's hardcore right there, man. Wow. Baby killing we go. Onward to baby killing. But shouldn't this have already happened in some other thing? Because there's like, oh my god, this game is messing with my brain.
Booker, are you sure this is what you want?
No.
I have to. It's the only way to undo what I've done to you.
Booker DeWitt, are you ready to
What
be
is this?
born again?
Why are we back here?
This isn't the same place, Booker.
Of course it is. I remember. Wait. You're not.
The hell?
You're not. Who are you?
You chose to walk away, but in other oceans, you didn't. You took the baptism, and you were born again as a different man.
Comstock.
It all has to end, to have never started. Not just in this world, but in all of ours.
Smother him in the crib.
Smother, 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 smother. Before the choice is made, before you are reborn. He's Zachary Comstock. He's Booker DeWitt.
No. I'm both.
Wow. Yeah, that was one hell of an ending, I must say. That was some crazy mind tripping. Just wow. What else can you really say but wow? Another awesome game from Ken Levine. That was a hell of a journey. Wow. But if there's a million of us in a million other worlds, how do you know you killed the right Booker DeWitt / Mr. Comstock? Wow. I seriously need to read some sort of... I don't even know what you call them. Not like a summary, but like some sort of theory about the story in this game. I'm sure there's plenty on the internet by now, seeing as this game's been out for... This is May now. I think this came out the end of March. So, good month and a half or so. So, Elizabeth was our daughter. Who, see, that's, yeah, like, I don't even want to try to make sense of shit. Because apparently we sold our daughter to ourselves when we were Mr. Comstock, I think. I don't know. Either way, we sold our daughter. Yeah, because Comstock had her at the, like, Terror or whatever with the Lutesses. And then I was trying to stop him from going through. And that's how she lost her finger. But I am Comstock. So, yeah, wow. My brain is ready to explode. Definitely ready to explode. If I had my phone handy, I would look up some sort of theories on this game as I wait for the credits. In fact, maybe I'll get to my phone and do just that. Aw, son of a bitch, I dropped my controller. Now I'm gonna have to watch the credits again. Chances are there wasn't anything after the credits, but I always watch them just in case there's some sort of tidbit. Can't believe I skipped the credits. Guess I'll get my shit and meet you back where we left off in the credits. BioShock Infinite ending explained. It was like the second suggestion that popped up on Google for BioShock Infinite ending. And this is the first result. Haven't read it yet, so don't know how well it's written, but let's see. Okay, so I noticed a lot of people are confused about the ending of BioShock Infinite. Admittedly, the last 25 minutes throw a lot at you at once. That's a serious understatement. And you don't really have enough time to process it all or make much sense of it all. Also very true. I also want to point out that this explanation is also an actual explanation of the ending. Okay, I've seen many people explain the entire plot in detail, which I will also be doing, but they all seem to brush over exactly what the ending means and how Irrational leaves things off. If you watched past the credits, you should know the true ending. God damn it, so there is something after the credits? Whatever, I'm just gonna go ahead and read on. But if you didn't, you'll no doubt still be a bit confused. Basically what I'm trying to say is, don't worry, everything is explained here, not just the plot, but the actual end and its context too, so if you want closure, then I guess just read this. I'm still unsure of a couple things, but these aren't massive plot points that really matter, and either I just missed something, or they are actual minor plot holes that weren't explained in the game properly. So let us begin at the beginning, the basics. Booker DeWitt, the player's character, has been entrusted with the job of going to Columbia to rescue girl Elizabeth and bring her back to New York. Apparently, this deed will rid Booker of all his debts. After blasting off into Columbia, Booker goes about trying to get to Elizabeth, who's locked away in a tower. Before he can reach her, he receives a telegram telling him not to pick number 77. He ignores it, not understanding what it means. He then sees a sign showing off a somewhat devilish hand with the letters AD printed on the back. These letters match the letters imprinted on the back of Booker's hand. Prophet Comstock, the ruler of Columbia, predicted that a false shepherd would come to Columbia to try to steal their lamb, Elizabeth, from them. This false shepherd can be identified by the AD mark on the back of his hand. This false shepherd is Booker. After going to watch the Columbia raffle on his way to the tower, Booker is told choose a raffle ball, which he does. It's number 77. He wins the raffle. His prize is getting throw a ball at a couple, one black, one white. After going to throw the ball, Booker's hand is stopped by a police officer who reveals him as a false shepherd. Now Booker must fight through hundreds of people just to get to Elizabeth and hundreds more to try and escape Columbia. After he finds her, things become pretty straightforward. Escape this city in the sky. Ripping time and space. It isn't until near the end that the plot heats up again. Before we go into this, though, we need to take a look at Elizabeth's tearing power. Off topic, but it is also important to remember she has one of her little fingers missing. Yes, it is. Elizabeth received this tearing power after the Lutece's twins experimented on her. She did not naturally have this power. The twins had previously made machinery that could open tears. After these experiments, Elizabeth could do so without any help. Tears are basically otherworldly things, other dimensions. An open tear can bring in something from another world, or you can enter an entirely new world. However, and I stress this, new universes or items can't be created from scratch. They have to already exist somewhere for them to be brought into either the current world or accessed in their entirety. With Elizabeth's power out of the way, let's move on to page number 2 out of 3, apparently. The Songbird. Songbird, a massive mechanical bird that protects Elizabeth and can be summoned by controlled by a whistle flute thing, always seems to intervene at the last moment and take Elizabeth from Booker. When Songbird does this near the end, Booker tries to rescue her. He hears through many tears in the air Elizabeth being tortured and brainwashed into becoming the heir to the throne that Comstock wanted her to be. After going through a tear into another dimension, Booker discovers an old, frail Elizabeth looking out over a burning city. The chaos is her doing. She explains to Booker that this can never happen and gives him a piece of paper to give to the young Elizabeth. He then goes through another tear into a universe where Elizabeth is still being tortured and brainwashed. After rescuing her, he gives her the note, "All seems well." They go on to find Comstock, but after Comstock, tries to get Booker to explain why Elizabeth is missing her pinky finger, Booker kills him, denying any knowledge of it. Elizabeth, however, knows Booker knows something, even if he doesn't remember. They attempt to escape, but are attacked again, this time by Liz of Vox. Elizabeth then realizes she can control Songbird using the whistle. Songbird helps kill the remaining Vox. Elizabeth gets Songbird to destroy the siphon, the original source of her power, in a device that forces her to remain within Columbia and stops her opening up another dimension to escape into. After it's destroyed, Booker drops Songbird's whistle because it becomes electrified, and he panics as Songbird rushes toward them, no doubt about to flatten them both. But Elizabeth opens up a tear into another world, allowing them to escape into a new world, the world of Rapture. As they wander through Rapture, they leave through a lighthouse door and come into a huge, massive, open, infinite space full of never-ending lighthouses. This is where the explanations start. Beacons to other worlds. Each lighthouse represents a world, a dimension. What are these dimensions? Well, they could be anything. Worlds never even heard of, but they are also the outcome of every possible situation and choice. So, for instance, if you decided to stay at home and play Infinite rather than go to work, another dimension would be created for where you didn't stay at home and you did go to work. New characters created for everything that could have ever been. We then learned by going through one of these lighthouses that after killing Native Americans at Wounded Knee, Booker got baptized to rid him of his sins, but he refused the baptism at the last moment and went on to live his life. Booker and Elizabeth move on to another lighthouse, to another thing that happened in Booker's life. We are now in Booker's apartment, and there is Robert Lutece standing in the doorway. You hear a baby called Anna in one of the rooms, and after entering it, you see the very young child Anna and a cop. Booker frantically denies that the child ever existed, completely confused as to why this is happening. But to continue, he must go through with the scene as it happened before. He hands his child over to Robert, who then leaves, saying something along the lines of, "Mr. Comstock forgives your sins." We then go to a scene where we see Comstock holding Booker's daughter as he is about to go through a tear into another dimension, the dimension of Columbia, but Booker tries to stop him leaving, begging for his daughter back. Unfortunately, Comstock gets away, but he isn't quick enough, and as the tear closes and his little finger gets caught in the closing tear and is cut clean off, it is now obvious that Elizabeth, previously called Anna, is Booker's daughter. This is where it gets a little confusing. No shit. Booker realizes that the Lutece twins, who aren't actually twins, but are versions of the same person from different dimensions who met each other, came to help him after Comstock betrayed him. They came to help Booker get his daughter back from Columbia. They opened a tear and brought him into Columbia's dimension. After bringing him through, Booker's mind created memories in place of the old ones. He created a new purpose for himself in this other world, and this purpose was what he wanted to do all along, find Anna/Elizabeth and get her back. Unfortunately, it wasn't as simple as that. Before entering the final lighthouse, we hear Booker saying about how they will just go back and kill Comstock in his crib to prevent all this. That, however, actually means killing himself, as you'll see in the next scene. Booker, who art thou? When in the original dimension, Booker rejected the baptism, another world was created in which he accepted it. This is the place...
This is fine. It's that one line I don't know. He'll figure it out. See, but then now it's too short. Now it's one too short. Because then it goes, what a home. So, yeah, we'll play it one more time. Went back home, Lord, home was lonesome. All my brothers, sisters cried. What a home so sad and lonely. And then it's missing the next line. That's what I'm saying, like, this is the second, that's the third, that's the fourth, but then... And I don't think that's supposed to say lonely.
Probably lonely. We're supposed to line. We'll get the actual. Nothing else.
Can we run it through this new lyrics? There are loved ones in the glory, whose dear forms you often miss. When you close your earthly story, will you join them in their bliss? Will the circle be unbroken by and by, or by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the joyous days of childhood, oft they told of one's life, pointed to the dying Savior. Now they dwell with him above. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, or by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. You remember songs of heaven, which you sang with childish voice. Do you love the hymns they taught you, or are songs of earth your choice? Will the circle be unbroken by and by, or by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. You can picture happy gatherings around the fireside long sky, Lord, in the sky. One by one, seats were empty. One by one, they went away. Now the family is parted. Will it be complete one day? That's it. Do you think that this one should be like slowed down a little bit since it's the last verse?
You do that.
Otherwise, there's like, well, otherwise it's just like an abrupt ending, right?
All right. Well, so what I wanted you guys are really, really, really good.
No shit.
What I want to do
Well,
is
Make it 48 worse.
I want to take the tempo down a little bit if we can, and sort of start by finding like Booker. If you could just be sort of like picking away in the beginning first, and then sort of start to play the song, and maybe then you guys kind of find the tempo together a little bit. I want it to feel you guys are so excellent professional.
Yeah, no, it won't be like that.
I want to make it sound like it's not like
Sure.
Sheryl Crow and
Right.
Eric Clapton in a session. So
He gets Eric Clapton, I get Sheryl Crow.
who do you want, Chop?
Right. Yeah. Joplin.
Ex-Tina?
Britney
CeeLo.
Spears and CeeLo.
Was that the extra scene? Oh shit, my controller died because the credits were so long. Really? That was the extra scene after the credits? That didn't explain anything. What the hell? Okay, back to the explanation. Booker, who art thou? When in the original dimension Booker rejected the baptism, another world was created in which he accepted it. This is the place they're in now. This is the world where he accepted the baptism. After being baptized, what did this new free of sin Booker do? He called himself Zachary Comstock and created a city in the sky called Columbia. He was born again, but this time an evil man. To kill Comstock when he was born, Booker has to kill himself when he turned into Comstock. And that is at the place in another dimension where he accepted the baptism instead of rejecting it. Lots of Elizabeths appear and they proceed to drown Booker, presumably in the baptismal basin. After he dies, we see all of the Elizabeths disappear. Now, this is the end. The credits roll from here, or is it? There's one more thing I will go into after explaining all of the above, though. Page 3 of 3. So this is going to talk about that weird-ass song we just saw. What it all means. When Booker was first faced with choosing the baptism, he declined. He then went on to have a baby. Obviously, this decision created another dimension in which he had accepted the baptism, in which case he then became Comstock and went on to create Columbia. Both Comstock and the original Booker existed within their own dimensions, doing their own thing. However, after Comstock needed an heir but couldn't have a child because he was infertile, he used the Lutece twins' tearing machine to take Booker's own child, Anna. Technically, because Comstock is Booker, but just in another world, Anna is still biologically related to him. Booker actually sold Anna to him to pay off his debts to him. And I know what you were thinking, isn't there just another reality for him if he hadn't sold her? Well, yes, but also no. Because Comstock needed, in fact, Anna so badly, and it could be only Anna because she was the only child related to him. Even if Booker hadn't sold her, Comstock would have entered Booker's world and taken her by force. There is no world, while Comstock existed anyway, where Booker and Anna stayed together. Booker was caught in a never-ending cycle of trying to save his daughter. He had already been to Columbia over 100 times before. This is proved when he is in Columbia and asked by the Lutece twins to flip a coin. He does, and it is heads. They mark it on a chalkboard under heads, and you see that heads is marked more than 100 times. No tails have ever been marked down. This means that Booker has been there over 100 times, flipped the same coin, and as always had the same outcome. While you can choose during the story to kill someone or let them live, that is a choice. No doubt another world is created to accommodate the other choice you had, and not chance. Flipping a coin is chance. He already flipped the same coin every time he had been to Columbia before, and as always, just like all the events there, it was scripted to heads. Back to where we were before. It didn't matter what happened, he would always end up where he was. It was impossible to avoid, because Booker had a daughter, and Comstock needed her, and he made their dimensions cross, and he took her. There were no other dimensions with a different outcome. Every world Booker existed in ended up with him losing Anna and going to save her, a never-ending loop. However, it does end here. After Booker accepted he needed to die to kill Comstock, he allowed Elizabeth to kill him. By killing himself at the point in time where he accepted the baptism, he killed off any possibility of a Comstock. Comstock never existed. Comstock never came and took Booker's baby, and Columbia was never built. Anything Comstock had an effect on or had anything to do with was destroyed and never happened. This is where a lot of people lose it. They think Booker, Comstock, Elizabeth, and Columbia all died, but they didn't. Booker didn't kill himself when he was first born. He killed himself when he turned into Comstock. All that did was kill off any Comstock version of him that there ever was. After the credits, there is a little tiny section where Booker wakes up in his apartment and hears Anna crying. He goes into a room and calls out Anna. This is where the game really ends. Well, shit, now I'm going to have to, play through the ending again so the real credits roll so I can see that. This little part backs up what I'm saying. Because only Comstock was killed and stopped from ever existing, the Booker that declined the baptism still existed. However, because Booker and Comstock's worlds crossed, all parts of Booker's life that included Comstock or anything from the Comstock dimension itself was removed from his life. There were no Lutece twins who came to collect his daughter, no Columbia, no Comstock, and no adult Elizabeth in his or any other dimension. Ever. He then went back to the last time in his life that was free from Comstock-related madness. Booker in his apartment with Anna as a baby before he met Comstock. Now, people may come back with, but Elizabeth disappeared from the scene after drowning Booker. And while this is true, it makes sense. And is also one of the most depressing parts of the game despite its happy ending. Really? That was a happy ending? Yes. Elizabeth in that form never existed. The girl you went through the entire story with? She never existed. Anna is Elizabeth, but because every outcome of baby Anna's life was to end up in Columbia with Comstock in that tower and grow up there, when Comstock died and everything he had done and had affected died with him, the adult Elizabeth also went. There was no adult Elizabeth in any other dimension that Comstock wasn't in. Because he was in every world she was in, when he died, the adult Elizabeth died too, leaving only baby Anna. This means that while Anna will be free to live with Booker, she will never turn into the same person. She will never be able to open tears, as that was an ability given to her by the Lutece twins in Columbia. She may never be able to pick locks. Why would she need to learn to do that anyway? And a lot of other personality that was influenced by being in Columbia will be different. She will never be Elizabeth. She will always be Anna, a completely different human than the one we got to know. So in a way, Elizabeth did die. That to me is a very depressing thing indeed, as Elizabeth was an incredibly crafted character and the best female portrayal in any game I've ever played. Here's another quick thing to note. Something players may mention, why did they even bother to stop Comstock? Why not just change what had happened by going back to old memories and parts in time through those lighthouses? The thing is that they can't. When you go back to previously already made memories, you can only relive them. You cannot remake them. Booker couldn't go back and choose to run off with Anna because his decision to sell her was made. He must go through with it even if he went back knowing it was wrong. Even in an alternate reality where he didn't sell her, Comstock still came to steal her away. Now, the only slight odd thing about this is, if it isn't possible to change already made memories and situations, How did Booker allow Elizabeth to drown him and kill off Comstock if that isn't what happened? Well, while Elizabeth was not in his memory and could not affect proceedings to do with other people, you'll notice she can still touch and interact with Booker. So while her control over the scene is limited, she can kill Booker in that scene herself and end it there. So there you have it. Ask any questions you want in the comments, blah blah blah. Alrighty, I guess... yeah. Pretty much wrapped it up fairly nicely as far as I'm concerned. So I guess I will play back through the last section of the game again to see if I can get the true credits, because apparently accessing the credits from the title screen doesn't count. The Sea of Doors Part 2. What is this place she's brought me to? Sea of Doors with no way out? So yeah, I guess I will edit that in at some point. Ooh, here we go. Am I actually playing?
Anna.
Hey, that's one day before my birthday. The final scene in this beautiful game. Anna. It's all for you, Anna.
Anna?
I don't want to go through the door because then it's finally over. Anna.
Is that you?
We shall never know. Yes, it's her, and you guys live on, and so on and so forth. Wow, that was a really awesome game. Made even more awesome after I read the whole explanation of everything. Yeah, like really. Video games are definitely art in my book. Don't really know what else to say, because I think it pretty much summed up everything in the little synopsis thingy I read, and yeah, incredible game. What else do you need to know? Absolutely incredible. Hope you enjoyed coming on the adventure with me, and thanks for watching. And I'll see you on the next game. Although it probably won't be as good as this one. Thanks for watching. Bye.